Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be about growth in the truth. Okay? The thing is, if you're not growing, you're not really in the truth. Okay, you have to be growing. Okay, constantly growing, constantly improving yourself in the spirit. You know, not being subdued by the same challenges that Satan hits you with over and over and over again. But, you know, going past certain challenges becoming easier unto you. Okay, this is what's supposed to happen as you grow in this truth. And I have this image here as an illustration. Okay, you can see this plant, right? This tree, rather. It started off as a small plant, and it grew into a small tree and a medium tree, and then a large tree. And this is supposed to be us. Okay, you have certain brothers that come into this truth, and they've been on this level, or even this level, and they don't leave. Okay, they stay on a particular level, and every year they're on that same level. The same thing you talked to them about a year ago, you have to talk to them about it again this year. Okay, the same thing you had to talk to them about 3 years ago, you have to talk to them about it again this year. So that means that they're not growing. Okay, that means they're not growing, and they're not taking heed unto what? Unto wise counsel. Okay, which is not a good sign. So if brothers are in that spirit, the best thing for you to do is to take heed and to actually change, you know, and start to begin the process of growth. Okay, now this is Psalms 1 in verse 1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season." Okay, so if you meditate on the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right, which the counsel that brothers is giving you is pertaining unto the law. Brothers is not going to give you a counsel that goes against the laws of the Most High. Okay, they're giving you wisdom and knowledge that's written in this book, that's prescribed in the scriptures. They're not giving you wisdom and knowledge that's in the Quran. Okay, they're giving you knowledge from the Holy Scriptures. Okay, so if you meditate upon that knowledge that brothers is giving you in the videos that brothers is making, okay, it would inspire you to change and to actually make an effort to change. It said, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper." Okay? Sometimes you're catching hell, right? It's because, you know, you're getting hit with the same tactics of Satan that you never get over. Okay? So it's time to upgrade. It's time to get on a higher level. Now, the fruits that are here, right? And I always say this, that the most important fruit is not the fruit as the brothers coming in. The brothers are going to come in regardless, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the one that giveth the increase. All right, so brothers are going to come in regardless. But even if you have no brothers that are in your camp, or you're in a solo camp, guess what? You're still cultivating fruit. But that fruit is the fruit that is within you. Okay, which is the most important fruit to cultivate, because that's what's going to determine whether you're eligible for the chariot or not. Okay? It says, "The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Okay, so let's get as I mentioned, the fruits of the Spirit, let's get Galatians, the 5th chapter. This is Galatians 5, and I'll start at verse 18. It says, but if you be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Okay, because first of all, the Lord, his blood covers the elect. Okay, so they're not under the law, they're under grace. Okay, and we hope to be of that number. But if you're in the Spirit, guess what? Naturally, you're going to want to keep the law anyway. Okay? It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness. Okay, I mean unbridled lust. You can't control yourself. Okay? you can't stop eating for one day or cut down your diet. That's why brothers is all overweight, because brothers don't want to go to the gym, because brothers don't want to eat, don't want to get on some type of regimen of discipline. Okay, and we should do it, man. We should do it to the best of our abilities. And I understand the flesh, is attacking, and the flesh prevents you from doing these things, but that's why it's called a fight, right? It says idolatry, and I'm not speaking like it's as if I never been through that battle. Of course I've been through that battle, but the thing is that you should be striving to get out of that rut. Okay, you see, the uncleanness, people got the dreadlocks. They think that's clean. There's nothing against the law with that. Dreadlocks is uncleanness, man. Okay, that's filthy. That's a heathenistic thing. That's a heathenistic act. Okay, a heathenistic hairstyle rather. That comes from the Elamites. That's not an Israelite culture. For to give you an example. Okay, but you have people that are coming to the truth, and because they're so vain, they say, nah, because I get girls based upon my dreadlocks. Which girls, they're into Satan. Okay, whatever's satanic enough. All right, that's what they're into. You want to get a lot of women, you know what you do? You become a witch or a Satanist, and I guarantee the women will start coming in. Okay, but you will also be destroyed. Okay, it says idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife. Right, brothers got to be able to control their temple. That's of the flesh too, Which means I have to control that too. Dealing with these people of the world, I got to deal with every day. Sometimes I kind of, I lose it on them a bit. I lose it on them. So I have to. I've been working on controlling that too, because you get mad. First of all, we're already chafe in the spirit, like King David's men. We're chafe, meaning we're irritated already. Okay, and then these people, it's like the demons are working with these people to add unto your irritation, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So they look at me. Some of these people, they look at, this guy's he's an angry fellow. Okay. Right? It says seditions, meaning speaking up to come and physically, carnally fight against the governments, which is what you had a lot of back then, which were the zealots, which some of the disciples were formerly zealots. It says heresies, which is false teachings, envyings, murders, drunkenness. Okay, you can't be a drunk in this truth, man. All right, you gotta count, man. You drink. Oh, sure, I drank twice, 2 days in a row. You know what? Let me chill out. Okay, you gotta be temperate, man. All right. It says revelings. Partying. Constantly. Going to these places with a lot of people and drinking and music. You gotta abstain from that, man. And such like, and especially clubs. Brothers definitely shouldn't be going to no damn clubs. It says, and such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Okay? So if you do these things, all right, and this is something that you're accustomed to doing, because the scriptures speak about those that are accustomed to do evil, meaning it's a habit. Okay? That's not a good thing, and these things need to be shedded off, man. All right? So, but the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy. Love for who? The brotherhood. Okay? Ultimately, what the things that we do shows how much we love our nation. Okay? And the ones that are in this truth, we're the ones that love our people. We're the only ones that love our people, man. Okay? We hate the state that they're in. Okay? But we actually want to see our people doing good. Okay? And I always had a brotherly love type spirit towards my people. Okay, even when I was in the world, my thing wasn't, I'm gonna go rob my people or anything of that nature. My thing was, let me get these Edomites, let me get these these other nations. That's literally how my mindset was, even in the world, even in that wickedness. I was never into, let me get my people. I was never into that. Okay, so of course there was still wickedness that was being done, but the point is that the Lord just had to unlock that light in us, okay, that was already in us. But anyways, it says spirit is the spirit, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, okay. It says joy, and the love is what? The keeping of the commandments, okay. That is the embodiment of loving your brother, and loving the Most High. It says joy, okay. Why are we joyful? Because what we understand we're coming to the end of this thing. So when you grow, you kind of get more and more not happy, because we're there's a balance to it, but you get more and more comforted, as you go forward. Okay, it says peace, long suffering. See, so we got the joy, but we got the long suffering because we have to wait for it. That's where the pain comes in. That's where the anger comes in. That's where the suffering comes in. Is the patience of it. Okay? Right? But it also comes with the joy of knowing, that these things are coming, and that we're getting closer. You see? And this comes with growth as well. It says gentleness, all right, goodness, faith. Your faith should also be increasing. Okay? Your faith should be increasing. Okay? It says meekness. All right, you should be becoming more meek. It says the greater thou art, the more humble thyself. You should be becoming more meek, more lowly. You shouldn't be brothers trying to reprove you. You always got to come back. You got to come back. See, my pops used to say that. Oh, you always got to you always have something to say, or you always have a comeback. You understand? That's a sign of pride. Everything you got to come back for. Everything. There's nothing you just say, let me sit down, let me listen, let me take this in. No, well, this, what, no, well, that, whoa, no, it really wasn't that. That's not how I was feeling. Well, that's your opinion. Okay? Hey, that's a sign of what? Pride. Okay? When in this truth, you should be what? Growing in what? Meekness. Temperance. Against, like I said, man, I've said this before. When a brother comes to me, I don't care what rank he is, it doesn't matter to me. The first thing I'm looking at is, damn, am I doing the thing that he's saying? Damn, I hope I'm not doing that. Why would he be coming up to me and saying this? And I'm not speaking at first. I'm thinking about it, man. That's the first thing that's in my mind. Let me think about if I'm doing this, and then I'll come with an answer, man. Okay? If there's an answer needed, if the only thing that's needed is not Salakia. But some of you brothers, you don't care, and you don't care what rank he is. You don't care. That doesn't make no difference to you anyway. You just gotta come back. Just gotta come back. Right? And some of you brothers has been like that for years. Years you've been the same individual. Okay? Well, the way I see it, a brother like that, I'm seeing that from before, and he's not getting into camp with that energy. No. He has to change. That's the old man. Okay. Okay. It says meekness, temperance. Now, temperance is self-control. Against such there is no law. And they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. And doing these things and avoiding these other things is what? Crucifying the flesh. Okay? If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another. Okay? So now, let's get this. This is 2 Corinthians 4 in verse 14. It says, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sake, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many rebound. Excuse me. Let me read that again. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man, though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. Now that's the fruits of the Spirit. Okay, the inward man being renewed is the fruits of the Spirit. Okay, growing within you. Okay, and it's also like a refreshment unto you. You know, it also keeps you going. The fact that you're growing. Okay, it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, because we understand what's coming. So that's the joy, that we understand what's getting ready to come, and that the glory that's getting ready to come, the goodness and the pleasures forevermore. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. It says, purge out therefore the old leaven. Matter of fact, let's get 1 Corinthians 5 and 6. It says, your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Meaning what? You put a little bit of leaven in a ball of dough, the whole thing is going to rise. Okay, so you should be trying to get out all the leaven that you can. Purge out therefore the old leaven, the old man, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened, meaning pure. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. So this is the point. My brothers got to work on themselves. The scriptures say, examine yourself, whether you be in the faith. Matter of fact, let's get that. So 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Okay, so at the end of the day, you have to examine yourself. You have to look in the mirror. Okay, the scriptures speak about a man that hears this word and does nothing. It's like him that looketh in the mirror and go and forgetting straightway which manner of man he was. Okay, so hey, you got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself. You got to examine yourself. You have to judge yourself. Okay, this is Luke 13 in verse 6. It says, He spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. And I told you what the most important fruit is. It's the fruit that's within. It's not the brothers. It's the fruit within you. Okay, the fruit of the Spirit. It says, then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground? And this is Yahweh Shai is looking at it like, why is this thing on the ground? Okay, you see what I'm saying? Why is this tree on the ground if it's not bearing fruit, if it's not growing? You see? Said, and he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it, and if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after that thou shalt cut it down. Okay, so let me try to cultivate this tree, and maybe, Lord willing, he grows. Okay, but if he don't grow within the time allotted, which doesn't have to be a year, it could be whatever time the Lord has to put those to add 7 more demons unto him, okay, than what he had before. All right. Okay, if he doesn't get right within that time, then he's out. But if he starts to grow in the fruits of the Spirit and transform into the image of Yahweh Shai, then I'll allow him. Okay, he'll be in the truth. So you brothers better take heed, man, whether you're growing or not, whether you're still keep fighting the same demons over and over and over again, and you never overcome, you never get to the next level, rather. Okay, you might be fighting a particular demon, but at least if you hit to the next level where you're not fighting it as much, that's a growth. That's growth. Okay? But if you're on the same exact level with every damn near every aspect, man, or important aspects, man, you have to check yourself, man. You got to really examine yourself and see whether you be in the faith. So with that, I'll say shalom, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Shalom.